Listen, I don't know what it is that you might be going through, but right now in your current situation, what God needs you to understand, God is in control. I'm gonna repeat that for somebody again. What God needs you to understand right now, He's in control of everything that's going on in your life. You must understand, when you tend to lean on God's understanding instead of your own, it will allow God to protect you. God will remove people, places, and things that don't serve you. And when God says He will remove people, places, and things that don't serve you, which means anything that has gave you any type of trouble, anything that's triggered any type of insecurity, anything that God allowed to form, whether it be a betrayal, God wants you to know He's been using it this whole time to awaken Him inside of you more. When God says He wants to awaken Himself inside of you more, which means He wants to have more control over your life. Because when God says that He wants to have more control of your life, it puts you in a time period in which you could be in perfect alignment with Him. So that means that as you love that God in you more, which means you're taking care of your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, by allowing God to detox you, by allowing God to rid you of past trauma, rid you of past things that have kept you in a standstill. The only way that you can get to this point in your life is if you invite God in by spending time with Him. Telling God, confessing out your mouth what it is that you need to do more. Confessing to God about how you lack in knowledge. Telling God how you want His presence to be more implemented in your life. And what you have to understand, look at me. When you're approaching this time period with you and God, you have to be willing to let go of all the things that once kept you in a form of bondage by telling God to show you that you have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to overcome things that has once kept you in the standstill. Because in this time period, God is not only going to increase your capability of handling things, He's going to also allow you to take more responsibility. And the thing about taking on more responsibility, which means God will allow obstacles to be placed in your way to answer the things that you're praying to Him for. So you may ask God for strength. God will put you in a situation where you will have to find strength. You may be asking God for peace, and God will put you in a situation that will allow you to realize that you must find peace. In these situations, you will find God, but it's also crucial and very critical for you to understand that if you do things with God, through God, and in God, you will be blessed beyond your wildest dreams. And stop thinking that everything is tied to material. God wants you to know that He can also increase you spiritually, and He can also deliver you from emotional stress.